This bill is simply reorganizing. It's just simply reorganizing what already exists. So there's a National Consultative Forum for which money has been provided to run the affairs of the National Consultative Forum, and the bill seeks to reorganize the National Consultative Forum.
Does it have an effect on the money that we have always allocated?
No, Right Honourable. That's our understanding, that that's any other charge. Now, on the issue of rationalization, I again, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, the National Consultative Forum consists of all the members of all the political parties registered in Uganda. The iPod that is sought to be introduced, from my understanding, is only relating to a subset of those. All the political parties which are represented in the House are members of the National Consultative Forum. So they are saying we shall have a meeting of the 43 or whatever number you have, but we shall also have another meeting. So I don't think there is anything to do with rationalization here. So I don't know the other issue about the ruling of, I think, Right Honourable Speaker, we may run into a problem if we take the interpretation given by Honourable Odur. We are always discussing matters of law in the House. The principal purpose for which we are here is legislation. And at all points, we are discussing matters of law. So if the Speaker, every time we speak here on a point of law, must pass a rule, then I think that's a wrong interpretation. I have not seen that provision in the rules. Right Honourable Speaker, lastly, this is a minority report. There's been a majority report, a minority report, so the members should now be allowed to debate those reports and then make a decision on how to proceed. I beg submission.
And these reports are basically to form a debate on the next step. So we'll now open the debate on yes.
Madam Speaker, I want to draw your attention to this, the wording.
Honourable, just a minute, Honourable Attorney General, the certificate, where it says there's a financial implication, maybe you could make a clarification on that.
Right Honourable, the certificate says this bill has a financial implication which has been provided for in the budget of this institution. Okay. So it is not an imposition of a charge. It is saying that from my reading of this, whatever money you're going to use to do this is already there. So it's not an imposition. They are not imposing a charge on the they're actually just spending what has been provided.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, the records of my submissions are already with you, but I want to remind you on this, that before we go to debate, you resolve this matter. Rules regarding settlement of financial matters. A question shall not be proposed upon a bill, motion, an amendment bill, or amendment to a motion which has not been introduced or moved by a minister. If, in the opinion of the Speaker, the object of the bill, motion, an amendment bill, or amendment to the motion is to make provision for the following: A, the imposition of taxation or alteration of taxation, otherwise by reduction, not applicable to this. B, the imposition of a charge upon consolidated fund or other public fund of Uganda, or the alteration of any such otherwise by reduction. And C, the payment issue, etc. The point I'm making is that your opinion as the Speaker let me finish. Your opinion as the Speaker is first required. If the Speaker rules the presiding officer, because these records may form part of other proceedings, so you cannot, as the Speaker, just wish it away. If, in your opinion, what is your opinion on this point?
This certificate, Honourable Odur, this certificate was given by government. And the certificate that was given by government, I have asked the government to respond to the issue whether it imposes a tax or it has an effect on Article 93. And government says it does not have an effect on Article 93. And if government says it does not have, and that is the legal advisor of government, and says it has no effect, then it doesn't. Is a legal advisor, yes, Finance?
Right Honorable Speaker, through my minister, I wish to state that the certificate of financial implications which we issued does not create additional financing requirements by government. We have been providing for a budget for political parties. This exists in the budget which we are running now and the budget which we passed on Thursday. What this law is requiring is conditioning access of this money to certain rules and standards. Otherwise, the money which we have been providing will remain the same. And this is why we said this certificate will not impose new financing requirements. It will be financed within the already provided for budget.
So it has no existing imposition of levy on 93.
Madam and honorable members, you will bear with me. If you listen carefully to the submission of the minister, he does not deny a charge on the consolidated fund. All he's saying is that there will not be an additional. The wording of the Constitution and the rules does not include the word additional. It just says a charge.
Honorable Odur, we have been providing for money for political parties in this house. And in provision of that money goes to political parties in the house. And that money goes to political parties. What the law is now saying, we have parties in the house that do not subscribe to iPod. Now, those parties that are in the house must first subscribe to iPod for them to be able to get what? To get part of this money. There is no additional money that is being added on political parties. It is exactly the same amount that has been there that is going to be distributed according to the numerical strength in the house. But the law is also saying, if you do not operate by being part of iPod, then you do not qualify. Meaning that if you don't participate in iPod, the money that is going to be distributed to the other parties that are in the iPod actually will be within them, and it increases on their money. Yes, Dr. Chris. Let's first have Chris.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.